4 worst vegetables you should avoid and 4 you must eat every day. We've all been told since childhood, eat more vegetables, they're always good for you. But here's the shocking truth. Some vegetables, the very ones you may be adding to your salad every day, could actually be sabotaging your health. They might be quietly stealing calcium from your bones, weakening your knees, and sending your blood sugar skyrocketing as if you just drank a can of soda. Now let me be clear. Vegetables are full of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. They're essential. But here's the catch. Not all vegetables work the same way in the body, especially after the age of 60. What once seemed harmless, or even healthy, can become a hidden threat when your metabolism slows down, your bone density decreases, and your joints are no longer as resilient as they used to be. In the United States, millions of seniors continue to enjoy salads loaded with tomatoes, potatoes, or even beets every single day. But not every vegetable is a miracle food. Some are silent saboteurs, quietly undermining your health without you realizing it. That's exactly why you need to stay with me in this video. Today, I'm going to share with you 2 crucial things. 1. The 4 vegetables you should think twice about eating regularly, because they may accelerate bone loss, joint pain, or blood sugar spikes. 2. The 4 golden vegetables you absolutely want in your diet, to help you rebuild collagen, strengthen your bones, and keep your body flexible, strong, and vibrant well into your senior years. This is not just a list. It's a science-backed roadmap for aging well, based on research, clinical experience, and even real patient stories that reveal how small changes in diet can transform your energy, mobility, and quality of life. But before we dive in, let me ask you something. Where are you watching this from, and how old are you this year? Do you notice your muscles getting weaker, or your movement becoming harder than before? Share your answer in the comments. I read them all and try to respond to as many as possible. Thank you for being here on Senior Health Tips, Healthy Aging. Let's get started. Now that we've set the stage, let's get into what really matters. The food sitting right on your plate. Remember, not all vegetables are created equal, and some that seem harmless could be quietly working against your health after 60. So in this first section, I'll reveal 4 common vegetables that may be doing more harm than good. Each one comes with its own hidden risks, and by the time we get to number 1, you'll see why your grocery choices matter more than ever. Number 4. Beets. Beets are often celebrated as a superfood. They're rich in antioxidants, packed with nitrates that improve circulation, and many seniors believe that eating them daily keeps the heart strong and the brain sharp. On the surface, that sounds like a winning choice. But here's the hidden side of beets that most people never hear about. Beets are extremely high in oxalates, natural compounds that can quietly sabotage your bones and kidneys. Oxalates bind tightly to calcium, preventing your body from absorbing it. Instead of strengthening your bones, that calcium gets trapped and can even contribute to kidney stones. Over time, especially after age 60 when bone density is already declining, this effect can accelerate osteoporosis and joint pain. I remember a patient of mine, a 67-year-old woman from Ohio, who came into my clinic puzzled. She exercised regularly, ate healthy, and had beets almost every day in her salads. Yet her bone scans showed significant thinning, and she even experienced a painful kidney stone. When we looked closely, the culprit was her beet-heavy diet. After reducing beets and balancing her meals with calcium-rich vegetables, her bone density began to stabilize. Now, I'm not saying you should never touch beets again. They can still be enjoyed, but in moderation and with some strategy. If you love them, pair them with foods high in calcium, like low-fat yogurt or kale, to help offset the oxalate effect. Even better, rotate in other vegetables that are gentler on your bones, such as well-cooked spinach or bok choy. Cooking also lowers oxalate content, making these vegetables safer for your body. And here's the kicker. This is just the beginning. Because the next vegetable on our list is even more concerning, and it shows up in almost every American household meal. You'll want to hear this one. Number 3. Green bell peppers. Green bell peppers are a staple in many American kitchens. They're colorful, crunchy, and often tossed into salads, stir-fries, and omelets. Most people assume they're harmless, even healthy. But here's what many don't realize. Green peppers contain compounds called lectins, and for seniors, these can quietly fuel inflammation. Lectins are proteins that bind to carbohydrates, and while they may sound harmless, research has shown that they can irritate the gut lining, interfere with nutrient absorption, and even trigger joint pain. Over time, this low-grade chronic inflammation can worsen conditions like arthritis, digestive discomfort, and overall fatigue, issues that already become more common after the age of 60. Now, you might be wondering, aren't bell peppers supposed to be good for you? And you'd be right, but not all peppers are created equal. Green peppers are simply unripe versions of red or yellow peppers. The difference? When bell peppers ripen and turn red, their lectin levels decrease significantly while their nutrient content skyrockets. Red peppers, for example, are rich in vitamin C, almost twice as much as their green counterparts, and they deliver powerful antioxidants that actively fight inflammation instead of feeding it. In fact, several studies, including those published in journals of clinical nutrition, have pointed to lectins as contributors to systemic inflammation, linking them to both gut irritation and joint stiffness. I've seen this play out in real life too. A 72-year-old patient of mine reported constant knee pain despite taking supplements. Once we identified her daily habit of eating raw green peppers in salads and switched her to red peppers, she noticed relief within weeks. So the smart swap is simple. Choose red or yellow bell peppers whenever possible. They're sweeter, easier on your digestion, and far more beneficial for your bones, joints, and immune system. And here's the twist. Our next vegetable might actually be growing in your own backyard, and it could be an even greater hidden enemy for your bones and joints. Number 2. Tomatoes. If there's one vegetable, well, technically a fruit, that Americans consume almost every single day, it's the tomato. From fresh slices in salads, to rich pasta sauces, to pizza toppings, tomatoes are everywhere in our diets. Most people see them as a symbol of health and Mediterranean living. But for many seniors, this everyday favorite could actually be making joint pain worse. The reason lies in a natural compound called solanine, an alkaloid found in tomatoes and other members of the nightshade family. Solanine can trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals, particularly in the joints. For someone already struggling with arthritis, the effect can feel like pouring gasoline on a fire. Instead of soothing your body, tomatoes may quietly worsen stiffness, swelling, and pain. I've seen this firsthand in my practice. A 70-year-old gentleman from Florida came to me complaining of severe flare-ups in his knees and hands. He had been following what he thought was a healthy diet. Lots of salads, plenty of tomato-based sauces, and even tomato juice in the mornings. After reviewing his eating habits, we decided to reduce his tomato intake significantly. Within a few weeks, he reported a noticeable drop in pain levels and greater ease in mobility. It was a simple change with life-changing results. Now, this doesn't mean you need to banish tomatoes forever. For many people, enjoying them in moderation is perfectly fine. Cooking tomatoes can also help reduce some of their problematic compounds while boosting lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that supports heart health. So the key is balance. If you love tomatoes, eat them in smaller amounts, pair them with anti-inflammatory foods, and pay attention to how your body responds. And now brace yourself, because the number 1 vegetable on this list might shock you. It's America's most beloved staple, found on nearly every dinner table, yet it could be the biggest hidden enemy for your bones and joints. Number 1. Potatoes. Potatoes may be the most iconic staple on the American table. Mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving, baked potatoes with steak, French fries with burgers. Nearly every household enjoys them. They feel comforting, filling, and familiar. But beneath that comfort lies a serious problem, especially for seniors. Potatoes have an extremely high glycemic index, GI, meaning they cause blood sugar to spike rapidly after eating. For someone over 60, whose metabolism and insulin sensitivity are already slowing down, this sudden surge can put enormous stress on the body. Over time, these repeated spikes increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, weight gain, and even cardiovascular disease. And it doesn't stop there. How you prepare potatoes makes a huge difference. A medium-baked potato already sends blood sugar soaring. But when potatoes are fried into French fries or chips, not only is the glycemic impact worse, but you're also adding unhealthy fats that inflame the arteries and pile on empty calories. It's a double hit that can accelerate aging from the inside out. Studies have consistently linked frequent potato consumption with a higher risk of obesity and diabetes. In my clinic, I've had countless patients in their 60s and 70s struggling to control blood sugar. Many were shocked when I pointed to their daily servings of potatoes as a hidden culprit. One patient, a 65-year-old man who believed his baked potato at dinner was a healthy choice, saw major improvements in both his weight and glucose levels after replacing it with nutrient-rich alternatives. So what should you do instead? Swap the white potato for smarter options like sweet potatoes, which are lower on the glycemic index and rich in beta-carotene, or oats, which provide steady energy and support heart health. These swaps not only protect your blood sugar but also nourish your body with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Those are the 4 vegetables you should be cautious about after 60. But don't worry, because here's the exciting part. Next, we'll uncover the golden vegetables that actively build collagen, protect your bones, and keep you strong, flexible, and youthful for years to come. Number 4. Broccoli. Broccoli isn't just a side dish. It's a true nutritional powerhouse. Packed with vitamin C, which your body needs to produce collagen, and vitamin K, which helps lock calcium into your bones, broccoli works like a double shield against aging. On top of that, it's loaded with antioxidants, including sulforaphane, a unique compound shown to fight inflammation and even protect cells from damage at the DNA level. That's why I like to call broccoli the sulforaphane warrior. Science backs this up. A large-scale study from Harvard followed thousands of older adults and found that those who ate cruciferous vegetables like broccoli regularly had a significantly lower risk of bone fractures. The explanation is clear. The vitamins and phytochemicals in broccoli don't just slow bone loss. They actively help your bones stay strong and resilient. In my practice, I've seen seniors who made a simple habit of adding broccoli to their weekly meals notice real improvements. One 68-year-old patient told me that after months of eating broccoli 3 times a week, steamed lightly with a drizzle of olive oil, her bone scans improved, and she felt more energetic overall. Small changes can truly create measurable health benefits. Here's a tip. The way you cook broccoli matters. Overcooking can destroy much of its vitamin C. The best method is to steam it lightly for just 3 to 4 minutes until it's bright green and still a little crisp. That way, you lock in both the flavor and the nutrients your body needs most. And broccoli is just the beginning. Up next, we have another dark leafy green, often called the king of anti-aging, and it may be even more powerful for keeping your body youthful and your bones strong. Number 3. Kale. If broccoli is the sulforaphane warrior, then kale is the leafy crown jewel of healthy aging. Often referred to as a super green, kale delivers a nutrient profile that's tailor-made for seniors who want to stay strong, active, and youthful. Kale is exceptionally rich in vitamin C, the very nutrient your body depends on to produce collagen, keeping your skin firm and your joints cushioned. It also contains lutein and beta-carotene, powerful antioxidants that protect your eyes, strengthen your immune system, and slow down the cellular aging process. In other words, Every serving of kale is like giving your body a natural anti-aging supplement straight from the garden. I recall a 66-year-old patient from California who made one simple change. She swapped her daily iceberg lettuce salad, a vegetable with very little nutrient density, for fresh kale salads. Within months, she reported higher energy, better digestion, and even improved lab results on her bone density scans. Sometimes, the smallest dietary upgrades can deliver the biggest payoffs. Here's a practical tip. Kale can be a little tough and bitter if eaten raw on its own. The secret is to massage it gently with a bit of olive oil and lemon juice when preparing salads. This softens the leaves, enhances flavor, and allows your body to better absorb the fat-soluble vitamins. You can also sauté it lightly with garlic for a warm, nutrient-packed side dish. Kale truly earns its title as the leaf of youth. But our journey doesn't stop here. Because the next vegetable might surprise you. It contains a gel-like compound that works inside your body almost like lubrication for your joints, protecting them and keeping you moving with ease. Number 2. Okra. If you've ever sliced into fresh okra, you've probably noticed that slippery, gel-like texture that oozes out. Some people wrinkle their nose at it, but here's the secret. That very slime is one of okra's greatest gifts to your body, especially as you get older. That gel is rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that does more than just help digestion. Inside your body, it acts almost like a natural lubricant for your joints. Think of it as a gentle coating that protects the cartilage, cushions movement, and reduces the wear and tear that often comes with age. Along with vitamin C, which boosts collagen production, okra becomes a quiet ally in keeping your knees, hips, and shoulders moving smoothly. I once had a patient in her 70s who struggled with morning stiffness in her hands. She told me it was hardest just to button her shirt or grip a coffee mug. We added okra to her weekly meals, sometimes in a simple vegetable soup, other times lightly boiled as a side dish. After a couple of months, she shared that her hands felt more flexible, and the morning pain wasn't as sharp. It wasn't a miracle overnight, but it was a steady, natural shift that gave her confidence back. The beauty of okra is that it's so versatile. In southern kitchens, it's often simmered into comforting gumbo, where the texture melts into the broth. If you're not used to that, you can enjoy it simply steamed or boiled until just tender, then tossed with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of salt. Cooking it gently helps preserve its vitamin C and keeps that soothing, joint-friendly pectin intact. And here's something else worth noting. Okra isn't just for your joints. Because it's high in fiber, it also helps control blood sugar levels, making it a smart choice for seniors concerned about diabetes or weight management. It's one of those rare foods that cares for multiple parts of your body at the same time. Your joints, your bones, your digestion, even your heart. So while it may not be the flashiest vegetable in the produce aisle, okra is like that dependable friend who always shows up when you need support. Quiet, steady, reliable, and exactly what your body craves more of after 60. And now, let's move to the final vegetable on our list, one that may surprise you. It's bright, it's sweet, and it tastes like sunshine. But beyond the flavor, it works as a natural collagen booster that helps you feel youthful from the inside out. Number 1. Carrots. Carrots may look simple, almost ordinary, sitting quietly in your fridge or on the dinner table. But inside those bright orange roots hides a nutrient that works like a torch for your health: beta-carotene. When you eat carrots, your body converts this compound into vitamin A, a powerhouse nutrient that keeps your skin supple, your eyes sharp, and, here's the part many people don't realize, supports your body's ability to build collagen. Think of collagen as the scaffolding that holds you together. It's in your skin, your joints, even your bones. Without enough of it, skin begins to sag, joints stiffen, and bones lose strength. By feeding your body more beta-carotene, you're giving it the raw material it needs to keep that structure strong and youthful. That's why a simple habit, like adding carrots to your meals a few times a week, can make such a difference over time. I once spoke with a gentleman in his late 60s who had always loved gardening. He joked that his hands showed every year of his age, with deep lines and rough skin from decades of work. But when he started blending carrots into his morning smoothies, just a couple of raw carrots with a splash of orange juice, he noticed not only a change in his skin, but also a steadier comfort in his joints. It wasn't dramatic, but it was steady, and that's often how real, lasting health improvements feel. Here's a little tip. Beta-carotene is fat-soluble, which means your body absorbs it better when it's paired with a healthy fat. So instead of crunching carrots plain, try roasting them with a drizzle of olive oil, or tossing raw slices into a salad with avocado. Not only will it taste richer, but your body will thank you by actually soaking up more of that protective nutrient. And carrots aren't just about collagen and skin. They also safeguard your eyesight, something so many of us worry about after 60. Vitamin A helps protect the retina, reducing the risk of age-related vision loss. In a way, every bite of carrot is like an investment in seeing the faces of your loved ones more clearly, and keeping the world around you bright and vivid. So the next time you hold a carrot, don't just see it as a crunchy snack. See it as a small, glowing torch, lighting the path toward stronger joints, healthier skin, and sharper eyes. But wait, before we wrap up, I want to share with you 2 hidden secrets about vegetables and aging health that most people don't talk about. By the time we reach 60, something subtle but powerful begins to happen inside our bodies. The quiet decline of collagen. You may not see it right away, but you feel it, in the stiffness of your knees when you get up from a chair, in the way your skin doesn't bounce back as quickly, or in the slower healing of small cuts and bruises. Collagen is the invisible thread holding so much of us together. It makes our skin elastic, our bones resilient, and our joints flexible. Without enough of it, even simple movements can feel like climbing a mountain. Now, here's the hopeful part. While aging naturally lowers collagen production, what you eat and how you move can dramatically slow that decline. Nutrition and activity are like 2 best friends of collagen. When you nourish your body with vegetables rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and plant compounds, you're handing it the tools to keep building and repairing that precious protein. And when you stay active, whether it's daily walks, light strength training, or even gardening, you're sending signals to your body that collagen is still needed, so it doesn't shut down the production line too soon. I've seen this contrast in real life. 2 women, both in their 70s, came to my clinic around the same time. One relied heavily on processed foods, barely touched vegetables, and lived mostly sedentary days. The other loved her leafy greens, cooked with colorful vegetables, and made time for gentle exercise. After just a few years, the difference was striking. The first woman struggled with osteoporosis and frequent joint pain. The second? She still enjoyed hiking with her grandchildren. Their genetics weren't so different, but their nutrition and lifestyle painted 2 very different outcomes. Science backs this up too. Studies show that diets rich in collagen-supporting nutrients, like vitamin C from broccoli, lutein from kale, and beta-carotene from carrots, are directly linked to stronger bones and healthier joints in older adults. Meanwhile, those who lack these foods face faster collagen breakdown, leading to brittle bones, sagging skin, and aching joints. So yes, collagen naturally declines with age, but it's not all downhill. Think of it as a fire. Even though the flames shrink over time, the right fuel, good food, and steady movement can keep it burning longer, brighter, and warmer. One of the questions I hear most often from patients is, "Doctor, eating healthy sounds great, but how do I actually do it every day without breaking the bank?" And I completely understand. Fresh organic vegetables can seem expensive, but there are smart ways to shop. Many local farmers markets in the U.S. accept senior discount programs or SNAP benefits, and you'll often find fresher produce there than in big-box grocery stores. Even chain stores like Aldi or Costco now carry affordable organic options, especially if you buy in season. The trick is to shop smart. Broccoli is much cheaper in the spring, kale in the fall, carrots almost all year round. Now, once you bring those vegetables home, the way you cook them matters just as much as what you buy. Overboiling can strip away vitamin C and delicate antioxidants, leaving your plate less powerful than it could be. A better approach? Light steaming, quick sautéing with olive oil, or roasting at moderate heat. These methods not only preserve nutrients, but also bring out the natural sweetness and texture of the vegetables, making them something you'll actually look forward to eating. And don't forget pairing. Carrots with a drizzle of olive oil help your body absorb more beta-carotene, while kale tossed with lemon juice boosts iron absorption. To make things easier, let me share a simple 7-day sample plan designed for adults over 60. Think of it as a gentle guide, not a strict rule book. Monday, steamed broccoli with grilled salmon and quinoa. Tuesday, kale and avocado salad with olive oil dressing, served alongside roasted chicken. Wednesday, okra and tomato stew with brown rice. Thursday, carrot and lentil soup, paired with whole grain bread. Friday, stir-fried mixed greens with tofu or lean beef. Saturday, roasted beets, in moderation, with spinach and walnuts. Sunday, a hearty vegetable stew with sweet potatoes, celery, and onions. It doesn't have to be complicated. With just a little planning, you can rotate these dishes, keep your meals exciting, and make sure your body is constantly receiving the nutrients it needs to rebuild collagen, strengthen bones, and keep your energy steady. Think of your kitchen as your personal wellness lab. Every meal you prepare is a chance to slow aging, protect your joints, and invest in a stronger, more vibrant you. So here's the truth. Not every vegetable is your friend. After 60, the choices you make at the table are about more than just taste. They're about independence, strength, and whether you get to live each day on your own terms. Choosing the right vegetables means protecting your bones, keeping your joints moving, and giving your body the fuel it needs to stay vibrant. I want you to picture this for a moment. You, walking around the block with ease, laughing as your grandchildren run circles around you. Or maybe tending your garden, bending down to pick fresh herbs without pain holding you back. These are not impossible dreams. They're the natural rewards of small, consistent choices. And it starts with something as simple as what you put on your plate. Growing older is not the end of the road. In many ways, it's the beginning of a new chapter, a chance to live slower, healthier, and more fully. When you nourish your body wisely, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. If this video gave you something valuable, share it with a friend or family member who might need the same reminder. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. That way, we'll know to keep bringing you more trusted, science-based tips for healthy aging. And please, drop a comment below. Tell us how old you are, where you're watching from, and what changes you'd like to see in your health. We do our best to reply, because your story matters. Thank you for being here with us today. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, you have more power over your health than you may think.